So the normal menopause takes years and years because you have perimenopause and then you go into the menopause. So you have sort of, although it can be horrific, you have time to adjust. I've gone through a forced menopause when I was 46, 45, 46, um, because of my cancer. So I have a 4 weekly implant, Zoladex implant, to stop my ovaries, and I take tamoxifen every day. So for me, it was pretty horrific and literally like a light switch going on and off of how the symptoms came, which, like, I try and explain it like it's like hitting a train full on face. It was overnight. So I started having the hot sweats. I had aches and pains. I had the brain fog. Um, just literally overnight. And the worst thing for me was then a week later I started chemo. So you can imagine my poor body not knowing what the hell is going on. Um, I used to have, really good sex drive, was interested in, the opposite sex. That is just that switched off instantly as well. Um, it's just really, really hard. I can't take HRT because my cancer is estrogen positive. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of, it's not, all us women are together. It's, we go through enough in our blooming lives with, having periods, childbirth, and then the menopause. It's not a competition. And I'm not saying that I'm worse than anybody else. It's just the differences. I don't think people realize the differences. Menopause can be fine for some, like periods can be fine for some, or it can be alrightish, some good, some bad, or it can be horrific. But I think being put into a forced menopause um, is a whole different kettle of fish and a little bit different. It's just interested if anyone's got any views on that. You know, like, I don't know. I've not really looked at research or anything, but for me, it was literally like a switch going off, and then suddenly all these things that I'd never experienced before. The only upside was that you don't get your periods. Great, that's wonderful, because I had horrific periods, and I'd had the ablation done to my womb because mine was so bad and I had fibroids. But it's just some days I can't, I feel like 90. Everything hurts, bone aches, ankles, everything. And I fall lots. It's got worse. I've got weak ankles, and I used to fall a bit before, but now, and it's really scary. I fell a few weeks ago and I've hurt my left shoulder, which is very annoying because my mastectomy was on this side, the right side, and they cut all into my armpit to get my lymph nodes out, all my lymph nodes in that side. So this arm is really, really weak, and I haven't got great mobility with it. And now I'm struggling because this side is being impossible, and you don't realize how debilitating that can be. And just the exhaustion, I get tired very easily. um yeah, so just interested, really, anyone else going through it, and if they found any natural things that help, or I've tried lots of different things. I do take lots of supplements, um but just interested, really. I found that I've used on my shoulder really good is that freeze, roll on freeze stuff, which I find is really good on my joints as well, if they're a bit achy. So that's something good I found. I always carry a fan with me wherever I go now, like a little electric fan, because the hot sweats are horrific for me. Um, I literally am drenched in sweat. I had quite a few yesterday for some reason. And it's very debilitating. I try and wear layers so that, at least I can take a jumper off or whatever. But yeah, it's really, really difficult. Excuse my voice. It's not the best because I went to watch my daughter run the Brighton Marathon yesterday, and I was a bit of a shouter to egg her on because she did so amazingly. But yeah, so I've lost a bit of a voice. But that's fine because I think most people around me would be like, great, she'll be quiet for a day or two. And I did burn a bit. You can't really see it. I plastered myself in makeup today because didn't realise how warm it was down in Brighton yesterday, but I burnt the top of my head, during my nose and the top of my cheeks. But yeah,